What's up, guys? This is Jonathan with TLD, bringing you guys a review and comparison between the newly released Beats by Dre Pros and the previously released Studios. First, we're going to start off with a little double P action, packaging and pricing. So from the exterior, you guys can see they look almost identical. The Beats Pro box is slightly smaller, but they look very similar as I mentioned. Now pricing, the Beats Pros come in at $399, so about 400 bucks, whereas the Beats Studios come in at just under 300 bucks at $299.99. Now, from an aesthetics point of view, both of these are visually appealing as you would expect from Beats by Dre, but hands down, in my opinion, the Beats Pro are a better build quality, using aluminum versus plastic. And not to say that the Studios are cheaply made, but when you have both of them in your hands and you compare the two, you can tell hands down the Pros are much better quality. They're going to take a beating, so if you're a DJ, you're taking them on the road, they're really going to kind of attest that test and kind of stand up to the Pro name as far as longevity goes. Now, as far as comfortability goes, they both excel in this department. The Studios, however, are a little bit lighter, so they seem to fit a little looser compared to the Pros, whereas the Pros, they seem to mold and fit and contour to your head a little bit better. They're a little bit tighter, so I prefer that. You may not, but in the end, they both are very comfortable. As we get into features, there's a few things with the Pros that set them apart, in my opinion, compared to the Studios. One of them being that they don't run on batteries. So A, you're not going to run through batteries, you're going to save a little bit of money. And B, you're not going to have any sound degradation once the batteries start to lose power. Beyond that, it's really about getting into the attention to detail with the Pros, starting with the flip-up ear cups. So it really actually is convenient if you're monitoring in a studio or if you're DJing out at a club. You can actually flip up the ear can without having to take the whole headphones off. Another really cool feature with the Pros is the ability to daisy chain headphones, which really isn't appealing to the everyday user. But if you're in a studio and you don't have access to a headphone amp, you can actually daisy chain these headphones, plug in another set, and you're going to hear the same mix as you would on the Beats Pro. So that's really handy, and I did find that extremely useful. Now, both the Beats Pros and the Studios both have detachable audio cables, which is a plus in case anything happens to that. You replace the cable, not the headphones. However, the Beats Pros do have a lock, which gives you a much more secure feel, and I really digged the fact that they included a coil cable with the Beats Pros compared to the Studios. So features, build quality, right now the Beats Pros are in my favor, but as far as sound goes, I want to be honest with you guys. I've always dug the sound of the Beats Studios, but after listening to the Pros for quite a while, hands down the Pros sound better. You get a much more tight and well-defined sound with better instrument separation, so everything seems to have its place, yet it's tight at the same time. And after going back to the Studios, it just kind of feels not only loose literally, but the music tends to feel loose and not as tight as the Pros. So in my opinion, really if you're going to drop 300 bucks on the Studios, if you're looking for a Pro set of headphones, go up to the Pros. And if you're the everyday user, go to the Solo HDs and spend maybe $150 to $200 on those set of headphones. That's going to better benefit you in the end run. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to help you guys out a little bit as far as your buying decision goes. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, use the new YouTube features, share this on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time.